This is the BlahCade Pinball Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Freebus, a.k.a. Shut Your Trap. Joining me, as always, halfway across the world, is Jared Morgan.
Hello, everybody. How you going?
Click to Jared first. There we go.
Where am I? I don't know where I am.
What? Did I just delete us?
Oh no, I'm just watching the stream catch up to see what the vision switch was. But I couldn't see the visions change over to me just then, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I am. I can see me.
Okay, we're back to trying to figure this out as we go, folks.
Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. It's fine.
Okay, and then I also had I unfortunately had the audio playing on the YouTube, so then also it was like, oh no, I gotta mute that, and I think when I muted that, that's when it kind of went weird. So I'm going to hide this so I don't see it, because that's gonna screw me up.
Nice.
Nice. Right, okay, there we go. How we doing?
Good to go. Yeah, we're doing all right. I'm doing all right. Yeah. Just recovering from BPAC last week.
So what does that entail? Like, what is that's an entire weekend? Yeah.
It's actually from Wednesday to Sunday.
Oh, geez.
There's minor comps running from Wednesday to Sunday, in different formats, and then Saturday and Sunday are the big Brisbane Pinball Masters, which is like the Whopper points and like high competition and A to F division and all that sort of thing. So it's the big deal. And I qualified in B division this year, which is probably the highest I've qualified. And it was quite the competition. It goes for a long time. You start at like 10 o'clock and it doesn't finish until 7 or 8 at night. Oof. So it's a long day. It's a long day. Yeah.
Now,
and then if you qualify for any of the divisions.
Of that time, how much are you actually playing versus waiting?
Oh, it's 80% waiting, 20% playing. Easily. Like the rounds last for 1 hour. So if you're playing like an 80s machine, a 90s machine, and maybe a semi-modern Stern, goodbye in about 10 minutes max for a 4-player game. And then you're sitting around just waiting for the next round to conclude while everyone else is playing modern Sterns and all the other stuff,
Eating snacks while you're going?
Oh yeah, I bring my own snacks to these things, but the venue its license requires us not to eat outside food on the premises, so we have to go outside and sit in our cars and tailgate it and eat our lunches out there. Gotcha. Unless we're buying food from the venue, which they have like options. They have burgers and stuff like that, but there's only so many burgers you can eat over a 5-day period, Yeah. So I just bring my own sandwiches and fruit and snacks and stuff like that. It's much better.
All right. Good morning, Zakora. Hello, Dennis. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Hello.
Yeah, because I think about when I was doing the pinball league that I was in, and yeah, I'm trying to think. I think we started at 2 in the afternoon, maybe 1 in the afternoon, and we'd go until 7 p.m. But that was only you were on 4 or 5 machines, and that was it. But it took forever. It was just like, all right, am I ready to play yet?
You're just sitting around waiting. It was very much the same, but scale it up to I think we had 220 players playing in the Brisbane Pinball. Okay. Not Brisbane Pinball, the Brisbane Masters tournament. So there was 70 machines divided. So the way it works is they've got 3 machines in each round.
Okay.
You play 4-player games. So you're playing, 12 people have to get through, their balls on each of those tables. And sometimes they're like, EMs, so that's 5 balls. So, it depends what you get matched up on.
And then you're like, if you get a house ball, and then you got the guy after you who just goes for 5 minutes straight on the machine, and you're just like,
oh. 5 minutes. Like, there's some guys who will easily do 20 minutes per ball because they're that good, and you're just sitting there, hello darkness, my old friend, as this guy's just like smashing this game for like 20 minutes. You're going, I'll just declare it now. There's no way I'm getting that score.
Okay.
Like, you know,
So if anybody, Jared posted some shorts of the pinball lineup. I don't even know if that was everything that you showed.
that was
That
everything.
was everything. So
Yeah.
Jared showed,
Yeah.
watch that video. You can get an idea of all the games that are that were there. Jared, how many of the machines were yours?
3.
3 machines. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
so what I want to ask you, Jared, is what was actually it's kind of multiple. What was the one machine that you were dying to play? What was the machine that surprised you? And of course, what's the machine that's just a disappointment?
Okay, the machine that I was dying to play all tournament was Winchester's Haunted House.
Ah, okay.
Someone had someone had flown in the latest barrels of fun Winchester pinball machine from the US
Uh huh.
in time for the tournament.
Jeez
Like they got
Louise.
one of 500 of these in the world, and they flew it over so that it could be played in the tournament. It is an amazing game. Like just the barrels of fun machines, the same company who does June and or Dune and what was the other one they did
Labyrinth.
recently? Labyrinth. That's right. Yeah. So
Well, because
this
was
game,
Winchester their first machine?
no,
No.
it's like a in a lineup of machines they've already released. So they're
Oh,
pumping these games out.
okay.
And this game, oh, just it's got the whole back of the play field has got like not like a pinball 2000 back of the play field, but there's like the whole Pepper's Ghost illusion at
Oh,
the
okay.
back of the play field that spans the entire length of the play field. It's got this like think of Batman 66's rotating
Turntable.
turntable
Yeah.
that redirects the ball in different ways, but it's all really tightly integrated into the game. And it's just I could not get near it basically, except for the times that I was playing it. Like there was a free play night where you paid $25 and it went to an LGBTQ youth charity.
Okay.
And there were just people just being absolute toads hogging it all night and you couldn't get near it. Like it was just the worst behavior. Um, but for the times that I played it, I just went, "This is amazing. I cannot. I would probably never get to flip it again after the
Right.
one game I had on it the entire competition." But I look forward to seeing one in the wild maybe and having another go at it because it was incredible. So that was the one that I just could not get enough of.
Right.
The one that what was the other category?
Surprised you.
The one that surprised me. It was a game I'd never touched before. It was called, Black Belt.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
belly game, and it had one of the most interesting uses of flippers and ramps that I've seen,
That's that
in a
oddball
very
era
long
of
time.
Bally, correct?
That is the oddball. That is that weird keypad that you find inside the game that you have to use to adjust all the settings era
Yeah.
of it. So this thing it had 2 flippers at the top and a ramp structure that allowed you to pretty much flip the ball and have it go around the ramp and end up on the other flipper, and then flip the flipper again and have it go back and forward on this amazingly satisfying when you start nailing it ramp structure that you can just keep comboing the ball backwards and forwards up the top. And it was a quite an integral part of the game, so you're encouraged to do it, and it just felt so good to do it. Um, that game won best of show
Oh,
because
wow.
the guy who did it up did a really nice job of doing these bespoke decals on the outside of the cabinet that were not stock. They look really good,
Hmm.
and the game was tuned up nicely, and it just played really well, and everyone loved it. And it'll be coming back to the Hiker Cup, which is coming up in August as well. So we'll get another chance to play it there as well, which is great. The game that disappointed me.
Yeah.
Uh, let me see. The it's a really tough category because there weren't too many games that were actually, the game that did disappoint me, yeah, it was the Sega era Godzilla.
Oh,
So
yes. I know what you're talking
if
about.
you've never so for those people who've never played the Sega era Godzilla, it's basically a game of multi-balls, and it's basically shoot the same shot 4 times and you go into a multi-ball. That's the rules. Like, it is I don't know, they were phoning in the rule set for that game something fierce when they made it. It was terrible. Like, not I just horrible game. Not that it wasn't playable and you couldn't make the shots. It was just, it's the game, not the donated game. It's just the game itself
The
was
art kind of
really
sucks
disappointing.
too, because it's like
Oh, it's
this.
very generic.
Well, it's not just generic. It's Photoshop, but it's also
Yeah.
like not high res Photoshop. So it's just
No, it's all
everything's just
like
kind of
grabs from the
blurry
movie.
and blah. Yeah.
It's all like, grainy grabs from the movie, and it was really underwhelming. So that one it would be fine. I'd be fine if it didn't come back again.
Right.
Um, you know, all the other ones though, there was some really interesting EMs. There was a beautiful, um, 2-player, solar ride.
I don't know
Yeah,
that.
like, El Dorado City of Gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was just fun to play.
So,
Like,
okay, that's
brutal.
funny. So they had a Solar Ride, which is the 2-player version, and then I know they had a
Yep.
Target Alpha, which is also El
Oh,
Dorado.
sorry, it was Target Alpha.
Okay.
Target Alpha, not Solar Ride.
Okay.
Like, but yeah, it was the 4-player version, so it was the full tamale,
Yeah, that's what I've got.
of the yeah. Lovely. Just
Yes.
lovely to play. It kicked my ass, but I loved every second of it. Like, yeah, it was just
Was it a
lovely. There was
steep?
a really
Did they have it steeply raked or no?
it was set up correctly. Like,
Okay.
it wasn't too steeply raked, it wasn't too flat. It played very similar to the one in Pinball Arcade, which I think was a little bit too fast, or a little bit too
Oh,
flat,
for El
but
Dorado, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, it was really satisfying to play. It felt of the era, it felt set up correctly.
Because I had to. Mine is tilted a little more than it should
Mm.
be, just because I have 2 inserts that are slightly cupped, and the ball was rolling too slow, and it would just get stuck in it.
Oh, so you had to make it a
So I had
little
to
bit
make it so that it would roll out of it. Yeah. But then that also helped because there's Mylar down at the slingshots,
Yep.
and again, if it's too flat, the ball really it hits that Mylar and just goes, no, okay, that's a line I'm going to follow, rather than rolling right over the
Mm.
top of it. So again, by having it little ramped a little bit, it rolls over that much better. So, um,
Yep.
but I made sure I could still reach that. It's the longest shot in pinball. I can hit that far right drop target that's all the way at the top of the machine. So long as I can do that, I was like, okay, we're good.
Yeah, that's right. That's the measure of whether it's tuned right or
Yeah.
leveled right, you
Yeah.
know?
Let's
Pixel
see.
3D
Yeah.
VR was asking, have we ever tried to play pinball on a projector? And I'm assuming you mean like a projector you mount on the ceiling and beam it onto the wall type of projector. I've not tried to play it on that
I mean,
before. Have you done it?
no. I don't know that I'd want to play like a 110-inch wide pinball machine, or like giant. Um, that would be huge. I I don't know if that would appeal to me or not. I do know that the problem would be you're not just sight glancing. You'd be having to move your head around a lot, I would think,
Yeah, you
or
might actually
stand
with
far
with it.
back. I don't know.
Depends on how far back you're standing, I think. Hey,
Yeah, it makes me
but
think
yeah,
about when I was a little kid. Friend of mine, he got his they got one of these front projector TVs where it's like a clamshell and you had to open up the whole thing, and then it had the 3 projectors in the front, the 3 colored beams and projected onto that. And
oh
all
yes,
we wanted to do was hook his Atari 2600 up to it and play Pac-Man on a huge screen. The funny thing is when I think about how big that screen actually was, it was maybe a 48-inch 4x3 diagonal screen. It's not like it was that enormous. But back in the day when everybody only had a 19-inch TV, it was massive.
it was colossal.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like those massive 50-inch projection screens they had on Daytona USA Deluxe.
Hmm.
Like those things, when you look at them in the day, then in mid '90s, was like, wow, that is a colossal screen.
Yeah.
But those we could go on for ages about those, but like they were a mongrel to get right. You had to tune all those, you adjust all those individual beams that were projecting out and getting them so they didn't have like horrible color artifacts and stuff on it. They were quite the thing to configure.
Okay, now here's my
So
question.
yeah.
I'm reading the comment that Pixel just answered with that you can change the size of the projection and everything. Can you change it into cabinet view? So, or so vertical, and play it that way. Because that would make it really, really tall. I mean, if you're projecting it up on a wall, you can make it like absolutely really tall.
That would be an interesting way of doing it, though.
Yeah.
Like being able to just project onto the wall in vertical Tate mode or Tate mode, and yeah, do it like that would be a lot of fun.
Now, you're saying that you don't have space for a pinball machine. There's where VR comes in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, truthfully,
yeah, VR is a good replacement for no.
It's going to be a little bit more expensive than what you're currently doing, though. With you already have the projector, and I'm assuming you already bought all the tables in Pinball Effects. So, I mean, yeah, you're already there doing that, and that would be a lot of fun. But
oh, nice. That sounds like a really neat system.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, nice. I'm glad you found a way that like makes sense for you to play and that you can enjoy it in a way that a way that feels right for you. I mean, that's the great thing about having all the different options we have with Pinball Effects and the different platforms. You can kind of just use whatever you want to play it however you want.
So I just had an idea of what he could do, though.
What's that?
That is, you take a sheet of plywood, cut it to the size of an actual pinball table, lay it down as a flat surface, put the projector above head. Now you would have to coat the whole thing, and I assume white or something reflective so that it
and project onto the
project onto it, and then you would have a pinball machine in front of you. Just I don't know.
Oh yeah, you would have like a rig with a thing and projecting on the top.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so you got VR, but
gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand.
Oh.
Okay, we're going to move on a little bit here. I want to highlight something that I totally forgot to highlight last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago. But it's, I don't know, call it my little pet project, because Jared's not involved.
Yes.
I absolutely, since high school, have loved making mixtapes. And I still have those tapes that I used to make. And throughout the years, I would wind up transferring them digitally as I got music, and just like with iTunes, I would create playlists of those things. And then at a certain point, this is before iTunes, but when I had a mini disc player and a recorder, so then I could do things digitally, and you could move tracks after you'd already recorded them on there, which was just like mind-boggling to me after having done it on tape. It got better because then I could start making songs flow one into the other after hearing them. How, I'd be like, wait, that song doesn't go well with that one, but this other one that I put on here, if I put it in between, it'd be like, perfect, right? So anyway, been doing it a long time. Throughout the years, people have asked me, like when I'm playing things at work or whatever, oh, do you have it on Spotify? I'm like, no, I don't subscribe to Spotify. I just listen to the commercial version. Anyway, I finally figured out, I know I'm way behind the curve here, but I finally figured out how to put the playlist actually up on YouTube. And the thing is that YouTube, a lot of the music that I have and I've collected is like rare versions of songs, things that took me forever to track down. And I was like, oh, there's no way YouTube has it. Guess what? So far, I haven't come across anything.
YouTube has it.
Yeah, so far I haven't come across anything that they don't have. So I've just been making these playlists, and I've been posting one a week every Sunday. We throw it up. You can see it right now, what we've done so far on our YouTube channel. Just go to playlists, and you'll see the playlist right there. You can also, though, join us on our Discord. There's a channel right there that says mixtape playlist, where I go into a discussion more about why I put what songs or what I really liked about them, did all that. So I'm just encouraging everybody, if you want, check it out, give me feedback. If there was a way of me being able to actually, listener party here, I would, but my God, the amount of copyrights that we'd get slammed with every week
Oh, yeah,
would
we'd
be
be in trouble.
insane. I don't know how. I've not figured out how people do it. I know it's all through Patreon. They do the whole thing elsewhere, and then they don't care about monetization on YouTube at all.
Hmm.
It's just, yeah, I'll throw it up and go. But anyway, just letting everybody know that it's there. And I'd love people to check it out, see what they think, discover new music, and then by all means, if you have playlists of your own, you can post them in that channel, and then I too will go through. I'm not going to listen to them 100% all the way through, but I'm going to give the 30-second play, and then if something grabs my ear, I'll listen to the entire song,
Hmm.
and that way we can start learning, kind of tastes and whatever, and maybe eventually get into a discussion of what I think makes a good mixtape, what you think makes a good mixtape, that kind of thing. But just encouraging everybody to check that out. And if you've been wondering why all of a sudden there's new things popping up on our YouTube channel of in the playlist, that's why. Because every Sunday I'm posting a new one. I think this tomorrow. What one am I posting tomorrow? I don't remember. I think it's 90s again, is what that playlist is going to be. But
Hmm.
anyway,
Okay.
just wanted to throw that out there. Jared, how we looking? How many people we got popping in right now?
I've got a few. Not a great deal today.
Not a
Must
jumbo
be a
number.
busy day for folks. That's okay.
World Cup.
Oh, yeah, could be. Yeah.
That's what we're blaming things on lower attendance at Disney these days. We're like, it's just World Cup. Um,
Oh, yeah, right, of course.
that does make it does crack me up. So maybe Jared, you can speak to this as you visited America one time a few years back. Um,
Mm.
People are going nuts over the size and portions of our food, drinks, uh, size of our cars. Is it that much of a whiplash to somebody from a foreign country?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Like, geez. I remember, yeah, I forget what chain. The thing that really sticks in my memory is like when I went over to the Pacific Pinball Museum and I
yeah.
decided to drop into it was like a chain Mexican restaurant. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember the name at the moment. And so, I walk in there and sit down, and then, uh, one of the servers comes up and welcomes me and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, they bring over the usual thing, which is not common in Australia, where they give you a free thing to eat while you're deciding what to
Oh,
select from the
like, yeah,
menu.
chips and salsa.
Yeah, it was chips. Yeah, it was chips and guacamole. And I was like, there was enough of it that I could have just sat on that all night, and that could have been dinner. So that was that. And then when I ordered I think it was like a burrito or something like
Yeah.
that, this thing came out and it looked like something that a food eating challenge person would try and devour in like one sitting, being timed. It was just ridiculously huge.
Uh-huh.
Like, it just unbelievably huge. So yes, yeah, the portion sizes over there are, well, when I went over there, this was back in I think 2015.
Yeah.
So, things might have changed now with the economy the way it is. Think
No,
they might have had to downsize,
no, we
shrinkflation
just raised
things,
the
but
prices. That's all.
oh, okay, yeah. Well, it is crazy, like how big things are over there. So yeah,
Yeah, I
I would
saw,
agree.
I watched a video. I don't know what country the person was in, but they were thrilled beyond thrilled to be driving a Dodge Ram truck, playing country music, bolting, just bolting down the highway of what they said. These are the smoothest roads. There's no cobblestones anywhere. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, because the whole country is designed to be driven,
yes,
you know?
yes.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, the counter that is when Americans go to Europe, it's just like, ooh, look at the architecture, look at how old everything is. Um, so it's just kind of
which is
fast.
true.
Yeah, because
Same
we
for
don't have
us.
anything that old. So yeah.
Same for Australia. Australia is young.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
we don't have any buildings over 200 years old, really,
Yeah.
or any architecture. We got, yeah, none. But, Europe has got, 500-year-old buildings that are still standing. It's crazy.
Um, okay. let's go ahead and what to do. Let's go ahead and do some gameplay. Let's do that.
Hmm.
Because that'll give some more people a little bit of time, because it's going to take me a little while to show off some of these things. So here's the backstory. Over on the Discord channel, 2 different game demos that are free to play right now on Steam. Neither game has been released on Steam yet, so it's just the demos of them. But it was thrown up and say, hey, have you checked this out? See what you think. So I checked out both of them. And I want to show off both of them because they're very much use pinball mechanics. But what I want to ask as people watch as I play these is, but is it pinball?
Is it pinball?
Is it pinball?
This is the classic question, isn't it?
Because I have I think about, I enjoyed Yoku's Island Express. I've never touched it again.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's really Castlevania style gameplay that just happens to have pinball as a navigation tool.
Oh, right? It's a platformer using pinball bats. And
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, it's not to say it's not fun, but it's not my cup of tea. But for other people, they might be like, yes, great. And then the same thing is with, like, I initially did not care for what I was seeing visually with Demon's Tilt. And when I first played it, I was like, ugh, what is this 2D top view, kind of pixely, whatever.
Yeah.
But the more and more I played it, the more and more I went, oh, this is pinball.
Yeah.
You know,
it's very pure pinball. It's nuts, but it is pinball.
Yeah. Okay, so let me get this set up. I got to move some windows here so I can actually play and let this know what we're playing. Let's see. I'm going to go over here.
While you're doing that, Chris, I'll just put a mild apology in.
Okay.
Supposed to get some blinds installed on Friday, and the installer, unfortunately, their wife was quite ill and had to reschedule it to today. Now, today in sunny Australia is Sunday, folks. So it's odd that someone will come and do the work today, but obviously they wanted to make up their hours so they didn't lose any money this week. So any time between probably now and maybe 12-ish, I might just disappear.
Okay.
Because I'll have to have this person come in or duck out for a little bit. So you might see the chair vacant for a bit while I just show the guy around and do all that. But I might be back, or I might just nope out and say goodbye. So
all right,
if you see me disappear, I'll be floating around.
Okay, so the first game we're going to take a look at here is called Fallosophy. Fallosophy, not philosophy. Fallosophy.
Yeah.
And the controls are very, very simple in that you are either pushing the left trigger or the right trigger. That's it. Those are your only.
And that's all.
That's it. Those are your only controls.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So to give you an idea, and I don't have time to necessarily read everything, but its whole ethos is failing is part of life, and that's what you grow from. So.
Oh, I think I already know where this is going.
I apologize for the volume levels too, folks, because and you fall back down to the bottom. I don't know how to set the volume on for Steam.
Yeah.
But fortunately, it doesn't make too much noise. And nope, didn't make it. Now, in a lot of ways, you start realizing how to control and how to do things. And you'll notice blue is for your left, and yellow is for the right. Oh shoot, I know, I pushed it too hard. It's going to do that same thing again. Let's see if I can. Oh, so close. And back down you go. Bye-bye. I do know once you get in the swing of things, it becomes a little bit easier, because here's the thing. These flippers are essentially metal.
Metal.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's not rubber on them. There's no bounce. There's our first indication of a pinball sound. And then we get into what I call Donkey Kong Country. Where'd the ball go?
So I'm seeing it. Obviously, I'm watching the broadcast version of this because I can't see what you're playing on the screen live without the 10-second delay or whatever it is. But so I'm playing catch up with the. At the moment, I'm seeing the dungeon with the balls on the platform and the ghost flippers.
And interestingly enough, the game, I need to restart it because it just glitched.
Oh, I did it.
It
right.
just the ball just noped.
Oh yeah, Tim, I think you're right about this one. It feels like a hyper bonsai run backbox. It's just vertical all day.
Okay, let's see if it'll start me up again. Yeah, we're gonna skip this intro.
Oh yeah, now I'm actually seeing it flip. Like it's just got to the point where you're actually flipping and going around the playfield.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, yeah, and you can see just how quickly you go back down and have to start all over again.
Well, I was gonna say, Jared, you can always look at our Video Ninja feed instead, and then you'll see it in real time.
I can't actually see that showing up on the Video Ninja feed. It must be part of the broadcast.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, it's like
I
can see it actually reminds me quite a lot of a little bit like Yoku's Island in the fact that you
little bit, but there's no Castlevania action.
Geez, it is designed to just absolutely.
It's designed to torture you. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And there's a little bit of learning with each. So there's a little bit of puzzle element to figure out an area because it's not always full send, right?
Yeah, you got to like work out and like judiciously plunge. Otherwise, your angles are like
there we go
off.
Okay.
But it's interesting that while you're actually doing that, it's sort of like each level essentially is like
Son of a bitch.
What?
No, come on, you got to get it all the way up there.
Okay, you just. Oh yeah, I see. I'm at the point now where it glitched and you can't see anything.
Oh,
like there's no ball.
Oh man, that's really behind the times for what everybody else is seeing.
No, that's just how the broadcast works.
Or yeah, how the broadcast works. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, look, some of the 70s fanboy Mike was saying I would play this for 5 minutes and never play it again. I would probably agree with you on that one.
So I want to get you to at least an interesting area.
Yeah. Okay.
Because okay, good. We're finally into. I finally got us into like the first legit area.
Let me see. I'll just try and fast forward this. I'll just go right up to the wire and see if I can get right up to the very end. Okay, I'm at the point now. Yeah, all right. I think I'm caught up to where I need to be. Oh yeah, you've got the orange and blue flippers.
There we go. That
you're flipping with. Yeah. That's better. I'm caught up now. I think that was just. Oh, that was so lucky. You nearly. Oh, it's cool that the flipper has like a little gate that you can close to help you not drain back down to the levels.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah. This is, I mean, this is, okay. Is it pinball? That's the question.
Is it pinball?
Yes, I'd say it is, definitely.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say it's a pinball.
I'd say it's a platformer.
Okay.
I think it's a platformer with pinball mechanics. But it's a platformer.
It's a platform. You're trying to get from one area to another.
Yep, that's what it's more concerned with. Because if it was a pinball, I feel if it was pinball, it would feature more pinball physics, and there is no pinball physics in effect here.
Okay.
And again, here we go back to what I call the Donkey Kong Country mode with those
Oh, the spinning
shooting
things,
barrels
yeah.
the aspect, yeah.
Oh, and you got done. Wow. You got to remember. Oh, jeez. That's a punishment. Yep, I'm totally with you there, 70s fanboy Mike. This would get 5 minutes to play, and then I'd ask for a refund. This is not the game for me at all. Interesting in how it works though, and there will be some players who will absolutely love this mechanic.
Yes. This is the part that kills me: the falling.
The falling is just
because right now I can't. Finally, I got to get to a point of catching, but as you get higher and higher, you change eras. The highest I've gotten is to the Middle Ages. So right now we're in Greek, and then there's Middle Ages. I don't know what's beyond that because I haven't gotten past that. And in one time, it sent my ball all the way to the bottom, and I was just
that's a hard no from me.
Yeah, I was practically ready to throw the controller.
I would have absolutely yeeted that controller so hard at that point. There's no way I would have gone, nah, I'm sorry. This is not for me.
And then the thing is, there's no checkpoints. If you quit the game, you quit the game, and you got to start back at square one the very next time.
Oh, wow. So it's like classic 80s arcade, like, video game.
Yes.
There's no saves.
No saves.
Oh, geez,
and there it goes. So, yeah, there's Fallosophy, if you're at all interested.
Yeah, that will not be in my Steam library at all. That's not... Oh, and down you go again.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, brutal. Oh, every bump, I feel every single bump. It is horrible. Yep.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. It doesn't feel like pinball either, does it? Like it's sort of like you're flipping it, but the ball is dead. It doesn't really bounce. It sort of just flops around.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're correct. Like my original take on it looks like pinball is like a little bit premature.
Yes.
It's not pinball. It's a platformer, and it's a punishment platformer, and I hate that genre. There was another game that was similar. And I forget what it wasn't called Ballistic, I don't think, or maybe it was.
Okay.
And it had a similar sort of like you screw up, you really feel it, and it's designed to make you frustrated. And I just went, it's not for me. I was going to say,
was it Inks wasn't like that, was it, or whatever that?
No, Inks was fine. Okay. The other one was the Pin Out as well, which if you screwed up, did actually make you go back down the levels. But it was hard to do. Like you have to really screw up for it to go all the way down, you know.
Okay, next we have Cult of Pin. Now, Cult of Pin says it is a roguelite pinball game. Meaning that you can have different power-ups and things happening on it as you go. What we have access to is one table. I earned a new eyeball the last time I played this, so I'm going to play with this other eyeball. This is my ball. Because I don't know what this is going to do. There's so as you can see, there's going to be 4 tables available with the actual game. So you are playing the exact same table. No, I'm not going to play hard. Screw that.
Yeah, that sounds like not a fun time at all.
Medium is fine. So this is the table that you're going to be playing the entire time. Okay? You'll notice that there's these eyeball blockers in the outlanes and the center. At the very top, it's just a bunch of pop bumpers, essentially. And then you've got these things on the far left and right. That's it. That's your playfield.
Okay.
Now, fast on the flippers. And what you're trying to do is activate things by doing them, typically hitting it 3 times. So, if I can get the ball to stop for a moment.
All right. So, just my first 30 seconds impression, I like this way more than the other one.
I like this way more than the other one. The visuals are really nice. They are. They're nice and graphic. It's got lots of squishy sounds in it. But the game also does not tell you hardly anything of what to do. There's a lot of figuring it out on your own. There are levels and acts. So there's like 3 acts to each level that finishes in a boss fight basically at the end. That's what you're trying to get past. And then once you start a new level, it's a whole new thing. So all the while, you're building up your multipliers, building up what your hit damage is, all that kind of stuff. So if you look at the upper left, that lane, you can see I've got it lit once. I need to light it 2 more times, and that will activate a something. I don't know what.
I like the tentacles popping out of the playfield. They look kind of cool.
Yeah. Now, here's what I don't like about this. Aiming sucks.
Does it? Oh,
yes.
It looks like you're doing an okay job.
Well, that's because I've had a few goes at this, but let me point out. Okay, if I want to hit that target on the far right, watch, I'm going to put the ball all the way to the end of the flipper, and it's probably just going to go up the shop lane. Yep. It's like so difficult to get it. Everything is off the tip of the flipper, it feels. There is a little bit
onto it sort of thing and hope for the best.
Yes. There's a little bit of bounce. Not much. Okay, one more for Inferno.
Yeah, it is very.
The other thing is, when you light something, there's a little bit of a pause before you can unlight or light it again, which makes it a pain in the butt when it's doing a fast bounce on the upper in lanes, because you're trying to flip it through so that it maximizes, and it just doesn't.
Yeah. So the cooldown. There's a cooldown on the on the shots. That's interesting.
There is no tilt, but there is cooldown on your tilts. And there's I'll see if I can do it. There's an interesting death save mechanic that is an actual feature. As you can tell, draining the ball is not exactly easy because there's lots of blockers.
Yeah, it's designed to obviously keep you alive. Like,
yes.
You do have the notion of balls in this game. Like, there is a ball count.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes, I see the ball count bottom left. Is that the ball count? Yes.
Yeah.
It says 2. Yeah. It looks like it's very hard to drain. And I imagine you can relight those savers as well pretty easily.
So I want to get past this. This is the thing I don't like about this game. The first 3 levels are kind of boring because you don't have any of the cool stuff yet. It's not chaotic yet. When you get to level 4, it becomes really chaotic because a lot of stuff is going on. Okay, there's the boss. Oh, here we go. And bump. There's my death save.
Oh, yeah, I see. Oh.
Okay, so now things are happening, right? You can see the ball's getting sucked in. I don't know why. It's just like... There's curses, there's blessings, there's all sorts of things.
It reminds me a little bit of the Orbit, not Orbit 1. Yeah, Orbit 1, where it has those magnetic bumpers that bump the ball away. That one sucks it in. I would kind of like that. It's cool.
Now, I believe what we're supposed to do is you got to clear some tentacles, and then you got to hit the eyeball directly. And the idea is if you can try and get into the bonus area, then you get a bonus, but I'm going to fail. And then it's going to punish me once I just beat the boss. Maybe.
Oh.
Come on, beat him.
I see.
Oh, nope, we got it. We got there in time for the bonus. Okay, here's...
snailing.
So here's our first thing. Now we get to choose something, right? So Poison Ball, shot price is down, tough blockers, doubles the number of hits blocks take. I'm going to do those. Yeah. Oh, maybe we didn't make it to the bonus because it's not giving me it. Maybe we finished just in time.
Oh, now you've got reinforced bumpers.
Yeah.
Yeah, which are worth more, but take more hits to destroy.
For some reason, this music reminds me of Beetlejuice. Okay, so punch up, plus 75 damage. Immediately resets side blockers. Investor. I don't want the investor. I'm going to go with punch up. Yeah, I'm going to close that because I don't have any more money. Or not enough. Okay, altar filled. I don't know. Okay, so now we get to pick. What do we got? Multi-ball releases 4 extra balls. There's where some of your chaos goes. Tempest. So Tempest is like a water spout that shoots up. Inferno, I find it really difficult to see. But since I think the ball we picked is specialized in that, I'm going to upgrade that. Because it looks like it heals blockers when I have Inferno active.
Okay. Okay. That feels like a good idea.
So right now, the blockers are no longer immune. They'll only take a certain amount of hits before they disappear. Oh, and then we got multi-ball.
Wow, here they go. Jeez. That's a two ball? Yeah, okay.
6. So there's our beastie.
So it looks like it's pretty important to hit the tentacles when you see them.
Yeah.
As well. Like it seems to be like you hit them and you get. That's a way of like building up your roguelite elements in the game.
Yeah.
Obviously. Wow, you are wow, what is going on there?
Whoa, oh no, now the Inferno's... This is where this becomes really difficult to see the ball.
Oh, geez, okay. That is... Oh, that's a massive... Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but now we have a curse. So we got cursed. So we have to choose our punishment. So we can either increase the shop prices or increase the ritual count. I'm going to increase the ritual count because I need some of the things from the shop.
Okay.
We get a bonus stage, which gives us, now we get to choose a blessing. Oh, look, and now I can reduce the Inferno count. So I'm going to just, so I basically just countered what I got cursed with.
So you got your +5, now you're -3, so you're at 2, basically. Yeah, this actually looks... Honestly, I'd install this and have a go at it. It looks interesting enough that it'd be a nice break away from pinball. And yeah, it absolutely is pinball.
Sharp Elbow, Tip Jar, Investor, what's this last one? Promotion. Ooh, permanent +10 damage. Yes, please. We'll buy that. And then I'm going to remix and see what else. Do doubler, 2 times all damage. Yep, we're going to do that, I think. Wingman, goalie. What's that? Immediate resets the bottom blocker. Towering Inferno damage. Yeah, we'll buy that. And we'll buy that. Now we have no money. Okay. Or no mana. Now, here's the other aspect of the game. It keeps track of your time. And the idea is to try and finish this as fast as you can.
Ah, so it's both a not a score chase, but a time challenge.
A little speed run action, yeah.
As well as... Right.
So
there is an end.
Yes, so I finally reached the end. And it took me like 22 minutes. And then I checked the times, and somebody else did it in 4.
4?
Yeah,
They
I don't
must
know
have got
how.
some very interesting... Oh, wow, look at the tentacles that they've just basically insta-drain you.
Yeah.
Or block you off from...
Where's the ball? Where'd it go?
It's up the top there. Top right target.
It's stuck. Nothing's moving. I think we glitched again. That's so weird. Let's continue.
It says timer paused, so
I know, I didn't.
There.
It knows the balls are there,
like
but
a...
there's nothing I can do. It just stopped.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know what?
That's a shame.
I know. You saw it.
Yeah. Okay. This is definitely looks like it's worth a download. Honestly.
Yeah. So this one, I still question: is it pinball? Because it depends on what your definition of pinball is, right? Is your definition where you're battling gravity, or is it this where you're doing boss battles? The layout, this first course, is very basic. Not very interesting as far as I'm concerned, because there's not much to it, right? I would hope that whatever the other 3 tables are, that they advance in complexity.
I'd say so.
Have to do.
I mean, the fact it's 4 as well. Like, there's 4 that you can, I presume, you get access to as you level up. probably.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking once you beat one, it'll unlock the next table, and then you'll have access to the. I would assume that it's going to progress. So that's why I assume two that each table is going to have more to it. Um, right when you first download the demo, all you get is easy or medium difficulty. But once you beat it, that unlocked hard difficulty for me, and it gave me a different kind of ball that did things. So there's a bunch of different balls, a bunch of different difficulties, and then there's going to be, I think they said there's over 100 power-ups that you choose from. But here's the thing: I think you can only have 10 power-ups total um,
Oh, okay.
amongst your
So that
selection.
person who did it in 4 minutes obviously had a wild combination of
I
power-ups.
think they had a wild combination that worked well for their playstyle. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you don't get offered the same power ups at the beginning of game. It's a random throw.
Which is why that leaderboard speaks for itself.
Yeah,
That's why someone got it done in 4 minutes.
yeah.
Interesting.
So I think it's worth checking out. It
Huh.
never quite reached Xenotilt level of fun for me, but it's different and it graphically looks great. Um,
It does.
like I said, the sounds are interesting. I would the physics takes some getting used to because
Yeah.
they're kind of it's that typical video pinball physics where sure there's a little bit of bounce but there's no rubber. It's
Yeah.
you feel like you're just playing against a bunch of hard plastic. um,
Yeah.
but some
Very
of the things
much.
that
I did notice that.
as you get into the harder and harder levels, the boss at one point the boss did a thing where gravity just sends everything up, so the ball would travel and then slowly fall back down. And then the same on could do the exact opposite, flip the gravity so that it was going hard fast down towards your flippers. It basically was like
Oh,
playing
wow.
at 2 speed. Um, so that was kind of crazy. There was one where the boss basically sent a chain out to your ball that was like elastic. So if you sent the ball up, it would like and then rubber band back down at your flipper really fast.
Oh, wow.
Um, so there it can. There's a moment where it bound one of my flippers, so I couldn't flip with it. So I was stuck with only one flipper, and then it went away. It did another one where you could do a flip, but then it was a cooldown before you could do another flip. Um,
Oh, okay. So, okay. I
yeah,
like this. So
there's all sorts of things that happen, and I know that I haven't scratched the surface because again, it's just the demo. Um,
yeah, yeah.
but
That's cool.
yeah, so I just kind of
I love it.
want to show that off. Um, if you all have other interesting pinball that we can just download for free and play, I'm game for that. I don't want to throw money after lame games and then just be like, well, that wasn't worth the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Because ultimately, I know what I want to play. So if a demo like this makes me go, hey, you know what? Okay, yeah, this is worth playing. Or at the very least, we can show it off to all of you, and you guys go, hey, yeah, I would like to play that. Then bang on, good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I watched something. So we did these two, and I watched someone who did one looking back over the generations of games that are kind of pinball, but not sure if things like Sonic Spinball and Flipnik and Metroid Pinball
Hmm.
and Kirby's Pinball Land and all these sort of ones that are like they have pinball in the name, but are they really?
Yeah.
And I've got to say, I really want Flipnik on to be redone. I
Okay.
really love Flipnik. It was on PS1. Love the idea of it. It was very similar in style, where it was definitely pinball, but it had unique elements in it. I would like that one to come back. It was
There's a
really
guy
fun.
on YouTube that is building a real life space cadet machine.
Oh, really?
Yes. But here's the interesting part. He's doing it one for one, but
Oh,
none of the components are the actual sizes. Like his pop bumpers are a different size than what pop bumpers that you can buy. So he's 3D printing everything and creating his own.
oh,
And I'm kind of
wow.
like, I would rather you use components that are available and try and make it work than do what they did, because they didn't know what the actual sizes of things were. They were just like, oh yeah, that looks about the right size.
They were
Does
just
that?
yeah, they were going, "This is a video game. We can do what we want.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be exactly right."
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's an interesting project that he's doing, putting that together. Because I get it, for a lot of people, Space Cadet was their first intro to pinball, since it was on every single Windows machine, Windows 95 machine available. Um,
I still hear it today, honestly. It's like it's the Addams family of the digital pinball world
yeah.
for a lot of people. Like,
I
yeah.
think there was a time when either Farsight or Zen were thinking of licensing it.
Or trying to recreate it.
Yeah, I seem to remember that, and they just fizzled out and never went anywhere. Um, but I do remember when I played that, I went, "This isn't real pinball."
What, Space Cadet?
Yeah, because even that, the
Yeah,
physics were, it was the dead ball physics. There was no bounce.
yeah.
Um, yeah, it wasn't until I played Visual Pinball 8 that I went, "Oh, yes, now that
Here we go.
here we
Yeah, that's
go."
right.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I think my installer it's pretty close to getting here, I think. So my minutes may be numbered,
Gotcha.
to hang around.
That's okay.
Um,
Let's hit this real quickly then. Folks,
yeah.
Steam Machine price came out, 1049 for the 528 gig version. The 2
Mm.
terabyte is, I think, 1250 or something like that. I don't
They
know.
were talking US dollars.
US
Yeah.
dollars. Yep. Limited availability because of components. Basically, Steam was saying, we're pricing this, we're not taking a loss on this. We're going to price it with what the market is at the time that we assemble it.
Yep.
Now, there's two fronts that come with this. Is that you've got people that are going, why would I spend all that money when I can build my own PC and it'll be better than this? The flip
Yep.
side is, and I was watching some reviews of it, people are like, you plug it in, it works. All the settings for all the games have already been optimized for this. Like, so many of the game developers have come in with a, here's the settings that'll work perfect on this. It's optimized for it. So for the people that don't want to mess around with PC gaming and the headaches that is, especially when you bring up the options menu and start fiddling with graphics, this is just boom, turn it on and go and play. I think that's who it's really marketed for. But the big thing is it came in more expensive than what people were thinking it was going to be.
Mm.
Knowing that, knowing Steam Frame has like shipped in boxes and is being sent out to various places, which means it's about to be announced on price. What do we think the Steam Frame price is going to be for a VR Steam headset? Because I think the initial reaction was that they were hoping for $700. I think it's more about the $900 range. And then when I looked up what other people were saying, they're saying probably between 900 and 11
900. Oh, you reckon?
for a VR headset.
Well, they would, if they're going to be smart about it, they would try their very best to undercut Quest 3.
Well, they can't. They're not going to be able. That's out of the question. Quest
Yeah.
3 is Quest 3 raised their price by $100. It's now $599 instead of $499.
Yeah.
This thing
It's
nobody has
nearly
ever.
$1,000 down here in Australia.
What's that
It's nearly $1,000 down
for the
here
Quest
in
3?
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question then becomes, for all of those people that were waiting for Steam Frame, and we still don't know if Zen is going to support this or not. Everybody's
Mm.
kind of hoping, fingers crossing, but Zen ain't said nothing. And I think part of that is
Yep.
because I don't think well, I shouldn't say nobody has. I'm sure developer kits are out there of it.
But as far
But
as like commercial access to them, I believe there's like some sort of like you sort of got to put your name down and hope you're selected, sort of thing. It's like a
yeah,
lottery. Maybe I'm
probably,
wrong,
probably.
but I
Um,
heard I heard that was one approach to try and like manage stock levels because they can't keep up with demand.
yeah.
So it's like, well, enter in the lottery and see if you get the ability to buy it.
So I guess here's what my question would be: if you were waiting to get into VR because you don't like meta, and you were like, well, I'll support Valve. Okay, great. And the only reason why you wanted to get into VR, like me, was for pinball. So you're really only looking at one style of game that you're interested in. Now, I do play Walkabout Mini Golf and I do play Puzzling Places. That's it. That's the only VR games I play. Um, so essentially, it's just for pinball. How much is too much? That's the question. How much
Yeah,
is
this
too
well, there's
much
going to be a tipping point.
where you go, you know what, screw it, I will buy the meta because I don't want to
Yeah,
miss out on all this pinball activity? Or do you go, I'm going to wait and see what Meta 4 is, what the Quest 4 is, and then make my choice between the two?
which means you miss out on everything.
You miss out on everything again. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what people decide to do with this.
Because I was thinking about it. We're kind of due to do this again now, with the way prices are, with how many games are now available in Pinball Effects VR. But okay, that rig behind me, they're selling it with the haptic kit and the control deck and the stand. 20% off. I believe it's $469 for the whole rig. Plus, you're going to throw in another, I think it's $50 or $100 for shipping. I'm not quite sure what. I think it's
so they'll
50.
give you shipping for free, will they? Right?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't think they're going to give shipping for free. I'm saying you're going to have to pay that on top of
Oh, right. Okay.
whatever the base price is. And you're going to, if you've seen the Steam frame, you don't want that strap. that's
No, that's
that's
going to
a
be an aftermarket
cinch
strap.
the goggles up against you tight and give you some. You're going to want a halo. You know that there's going to be third party makers like Bobo making head straps. My head strap was the lesser expensive. Jared, I think you have the S, right, with the fan.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that one I know is tops out at, I think it was like 130 was what it was. Plus, you're going to want to get an
Something like
extra
that.
battery for it. Um,
Yeah.
so let's call it $600 for the X Arcade rig and the headset, and call those mandatory. Because if you're going to be playing pinball in VR, trust me, you will appreciate that. Now, I know you can go the Pin One route. The Cleveland software has made. But as of yet, it doesn't work as cleanly. There's a lot of fiddling to get it going. I'm talking about you want to just play and go and not have to have the headache of anything, right? It just all works. So that's why I'm.
Yeah, if you want the Steam Machine version of Pinball FX VR,
Yes.
it's like this is the option you have. There are. I mean, the other controls that are out there are very nice, but you got to work for it. If you're willing to do the work, though,
Yeah.
it's perfectly fine. Like, you
But
can have a good experience.
so if we say 600 for that, and let's say the Steam frame comes in at $1,000, now you're at $1,600, and you still haven't even purchased the game yet. So assuming, and this is what we're assuming, we're going to play it in this hypothetical, that Zen is bringing Pinball Effects to Steam Frame. Pinball Effects VR, I'm going to say to Pinball Effects VR, to Steam Frame. So now you got to buy all the table packs. That's going to run you, I don't know, what's a guess, Jared? Probably 120 at least
For software.
for software. Well, let's just keep it easy. Yeah, let's just call it 120, right? So
Yeah.
now you're at 1720 to play pinball digitally. Is that too much? Is that, as opposed to you could be under $1,000 with the MetaQuest 3 and doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, I take that back. You wouldn't be under 1,000 because it's again 600 for that, and it's 600 for the MetaQuest 3 now. So that'd be 1,200.
And I mean, down here in Australia, you're looking at about 1,000. Well, probably more like 1,400 for the haptics enabled.
Yeah.
X Arcade, and now you're looking squarely at $1,000 for the 512 gig headset, and that's before you buy the Bobo strap and before you buy the batteries. uh, and all that sort of stuff. So, you're not going to get much change, I reckon, out of 2.5 grand Australian to get set up with a VR setup that's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Uh, so I mean that's a fair bit of that's a lot of money for just if you're only going to be using it for one thing, and that's
Right.
pinball. That's a that's a big decision you got to make there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because even I think about, like I said, I bought my headset at the lower price, but at that $600, I don't know if I would have. I don't know. That's that. Like the Steam frame is well past my tipping point. Um.
oh yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, even for me, that would be like I'd have to really want to do VR would need to become the only thing I play, like, and it would need to be a wow, I really want this because the Quest 3 isn't doing what I want to do for
mhm.
the amount of time that I use it. And I don't know, like maybe for the time being, I think the Quest 3 is meeting my needs.
Yeah.
But if I had to make a purchasing decision on Steam Frame versus Quest 3, um, I don't really know. Maybe the Quest 3 just because you have access to a lot more storefronts on it.
All right. I'm seeing this
And with
comment
Steam,
from Fog Island Games. Would the graphics be on par with Quest 3, or will the tables look like VPX? I might be tempted to jump more realistic tables, but I'm loving Quest 3. Here's my guess. If Zen does bring Pinball Effects VR to Steam Frame, they're going to look identical, I think.
you
It,
reckon they're not gonna actually do a visual bump based
no,
on specs?
no. I think they're going to basically do it'd be like PS5 and the latest Xbox. They're not going
Right.
to enhance just because one can do a little bit more. No, they're going to cap it and make things easy for themselves so that it's just a uniform. That's how it plays. If you want better, that's I don't know. I don't know how you would get the better, honestly, because they're not going to.
Oh,
It's
and
not like you're going to play PC VR. I mean, not PC VR. Yeah, PC VR Steam version. I don't think that's going to be available. Um, so I imagine that they're going to be. There's Jared's phone call. I imagine it's going to be the exact same uh, quality as you're currently getting on the Quest 3. Here's the only caveat that I would have to that, and that is right now we're playing. If you play with Quest Game Optimizer, which I am, you can really bump up things and make them look better and play better. And I would think that it's possible that for Steam Frame that would just be native.
yes, you wouldn't need to worry about the graphical
Right,
bumps.
right. So
Sorry,
if
that
you
that
have
call was my
QGO
installer.
and you compared, they would be one for one. Just you
Hmm.
wouldn't need QGO on the Steam Frame is what I'm saying. I guess that's where the graphical bump would be, but it's not Zen amping anything up or putting more pixels in. It's just basically them unlocking it a little bit more because it can process better.
Also, that was my installer, so I'm gonna have to go. But my
Yep.
closing remarks on this are
Yeah.
that also, if you're thinking about would it play like VPX and you're referring to a like physics perspective, no, the physics model would be the same
Mm-hmm.
in VR, regardless of whether you're on Quest 3 or on PC VR. So yeah, I don't think they'd be putting in like the pinball effects model
Yeah.
on that you would see on PC for this. I think it would still be the FX3 physics that are in there now.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's a wrap for me. I'm going
That's
to
a wrap for
bail.
Jared. Folks, we're going to wrap up really soon too, but I'm here for a little bit more. If you want to make comments in the chat, I can answer whatever you want to comment on there. But as for Jared, next time we see Jared, we're going to hit his things that he loves the most.
Stuff and things.
All right.
Always. My favorite.
Get those blinds installed, Jared.
No worries, folks. See you around.
Okay, let me see here. Dennis says, I went all in with the Quest 3 X Arcade and Haptics Kit and play Pinball Effects VR. I love it. We just need Zen to release more tables. Yes, we need Zen to release more tables. Good news is a new Pinball Bites has been announced. July 2nd is when that's going to be. And with the thumbnail, it said VR on it, so I think we're going to get just that, an announcement about some games for VR, I hope. Because yeah, we need more. We need I like I just want us to catch up with what's I want parity. I want one for one. Whatever's out on Pinball Effects is also in Pinball Effects VR. Any wish list for the next Pinball Bites that was just announced? Um, it's a good question. I mean, as always, we want all the Williams, right? I would love it if Marvel got announced, just because there are some Marvel tables that I would think would come alive in the VR space. Um, so that would be nice. Yeah, tournaments. That's the other big one. I would like a semblance, like an attempt at multiplayer. Because I every time I play Walkabout Golf and I play it with a friend of mine over VR, I'm just like, why can't we have this? It's literally a floating head and a putter. We could do the same thing with whatever the robotic hands are that you choose in VR and a floating avatar head. Boom, game on. But you're able to maneuver around whatever table that your partner is playing and watch them play in real time. I think that would be spectacular. Because then you would also be able to trash talk them in real time, which I do in Walkabout Mini Golf. That's what makes it fun. Um, I think pinball comes alive when you're able to trash talk like that. But also, I hope. So last time when they added the 3 Williams games, we've run out of space in the arcade. You had to basically send 3 tables into the void uh, to bring in the 3 new tables. I hope there's some solution about that because I don't like that. We've said on Discord and for a long time this idea, and you've heard us here on the podcast mention it. Why can't we have just floors? And each time you go up to a floor, it essentially reloads the game. Therefore, you wouldn't have to have all these assets there. You would just have that limited amount of assets for whatever's available on the floor. So, uh, like I said, I hope something is announced so that we can get back to having all your tables available to you. Um, I don't know. I would like some Zen originals in there too, because right now the only 3 that we have are just the Sky Pirates and Noir and uh, the Mummy one, Curse of the Mummy. I wouldn't mind getting some of these. Where's Epic Quest? I want Epic Quest. I know that's in Pinball Effects Classics, but I'd like those. I want those classics to get out of classics and get into Pinball Effects VR proper. But I know those are probably the last ones that are gonna get brought over, which is a shame. Because those Universal tables are in there too. The E.T., Back to the Future, and what am I missing? There's another Universal table. I can't think of it. Fortunately, the Jurassic Park tables aren't, so that would be cool if we could get the Jurassic Park tables in. I wouldn't mind that. Did you guys catch Zen posted on Facebook that they were looking for? Oh, Jaws. Thank you, James. Jaws in VR is pretty cool, I gotta say. That one, that's the one that I play the most of those 3. I hardly ever touch ET. That's a crap. Um, Excalibur, yeah. You know why I want Princess Bride? Because I never play it on. Well, it's not available on the Alp 4K, and I don't play flatball otherwise, so I literally haven't played the table. So yeah, that'd be nice. That's the same thing I feel about System Shock. I don't play System Shock. It looks cool. I never play it though, because it's just not available in the formats that I play anymore. What I was going to say is Zen put up a thing of what is a theme, an aspect of pinball, a license that you want uh, to be able to play in pinball. So my answer is my go-to answers, which is Akira, Cowboy Bebop, Ghost in the Shell. I also thought of, now we know Mel has said Fifth Element is a Holy Grail license for him. So let's just use that as a theme and go 90s sci-fi movies. So I would go Fifth Element, Men in Black, and The Matrix. The Matrix is a must. Matrix would be amazing. There's so many cool things. Come on, bullet time multi-ball, right? Everything just goes slow mo. I don't know. And then my last ones were, I want to be with some Butthead table, and having Mike Judge do original vocal work for it would be fantastic. And then since you already are licensing it with him, let's file some TPS reports and get an Office Space pinball machine. It would have lots of flair. That'd be probably what you're collecting. Um, and then Futurama. Come on. Tube Central. It's like Xenon, right? I think Futurama would be pretty rad as a pinball machine. But I'm curious to see what themes you all would want to have. The only other bit of business, Office Space would be awesome. Yeah, right. I mean, it should you'd naturally have a red stapler on there. A Batman Zen original. Okay, what era of Batman? Lego Batman? Batman 66? Keaton? Kilmer? Not Clooney. That one sucked. Bale? Yeah, I don't know why. Office Space popped up in my head, and I was just like, I don't even know what that would be, but I feel like it would make me laugh. I think there's a lot of humor that would be able to come into it. Oh, Batman of the Arkham games. Okay. So really dark and moody. They could kind of be, you know how paranormal was sort of a detective table and noir is sort of a detective table? Well, there you go. Batman, detective. I also think with one of the things that I would like with a Beavis and Butthead table is with video, use actual music videos. It could be Zen's first foray into licensing music. Um, I just think you got to have music with them. I don't want to be. I want them to actually be wearing their Metallica and AC/DC t-shirts. That's since I already have a suite of Marvel tables, can they get the DC license and do a bunch of tables? There used to be a thing where if you had Marvel, there was no way you could get DC and vice versa. I don't think that's the case anymore, so it's possible. Dungeons and Dragons with Insider Connected, a game that you progress in over time. So kind of like Skyrim, you can progress. I said Epic Quest, you can progress. You know what? That in general is something that I would like. I mean, I guess they are doing it for their originals, but I would like for the Williams tables the ROM settings to carry over game to game, especially with System 11 games where there's a lot of progressive jackpots that just if you didn't win it on this game, it's available in the next game. I would like that. If they get Batman, then they could have the Flash too. It would be very flowy and very fast. Your ball just becomes a blur. Um, Yeah, I agree, Dennis. The music and band tables. I'd like to see Zen's attempt at it. I don't know. The only thing with the band stuff is what do you go with? Um, having seen the Crazy Taxi trailer pop up again, it made me think an Offspring table wouldn't be bad. The music is catchy, be a little rowdy of a table, but I don't know what the theme would be. I don't know what would be even visually interesting on it. And I think that's the thing that Zen is looking for. What Mel said, if they're going to do an original, there's got to be something interesting about it, something unique, something that they're bringing to the table that hasn't been there before. But whatever band you pick, it's got to be. It can't be just this niche band. It's got to be something that is kind of I shouldn't say universally beloved, but within a particular genre, universally loved. I don't know. We'll see what the fact when Zen asks these things, I don't know if they're asking to just be asking or if they're asking to check the pulse on what everybody like. Maybe they already have no Nickelback. Yeah. Um, maybe they already have a list of themes that they're debating on in the office. And then when people throw them out there in the public, they go, ah, see, we're right about this one and this one. These other ones, not so much. Bare naked ladies. I guess I don't know that I could put up with a bare naked ladies table, and I know that they're huge pinball fans too. Um, ooh, Dukes of Hazard. I mean, jumps. You'd be sending that ball flying. Um, it would be. Here's the question, because I don't think it would. In today's day and age, you don't want to have a rebel flag, and that's such a part of the Duke iconography. Would people rebel if there was no rebel flag on it? Because I've seen Dukes of Hazard things when they remove it, and it doesn't feel like Dukes of Hazard. Beastie Boys table. There was some guy at a pinball show recently that they made their own Beastie Boys table. A Team? A Team would be cool. Wouldn't mind that. And I mean, yeah, it was on the air at the same time as Knight Rider, so that would make sense as a era specific sort of thing. Shoot, how about just a Smokey and the Bandit? That way we have multiple eras of Trans Ams going on. I don't know. All right, I'm going to I'm going to wrap this up. If we don't have any pressing questions in the chat, um, appreciate everybody popping in today and joining us. We kind of threw it together at the last second because I realized, wait, I can't do it next weekend because that's 4th of July, so that's no go zone. We're trying to get into the rhythm of every 2 weeks again, which means it's going to always be on a Saturday when we do the recording. And probably it'll be at like the same time at a 6 p.m. start. So be on the lookout. See if that's what we're doing. Appreciate you all joining us. Hold on, what's this? How would you feel about them doing a licensed original in a real pinball machine style? I would 100% like Zen to do what would seem mechanically possible in real life. I think some of their tables come really, really close to being able to do just that. So that would certainly be be interesting if they could do that. Um, the one thing that I know Zen's not able to do, they cannot do the number of lights that Stern or Jersey Jack are doing currently. I think they're capped out at something like 120 lights, and that's it. Um, so we're not going to get the cool light show. I can tell you that much. But I would like Zen to try an absolutely 100% photoreal looking table. That'd be interesting. Just to see if they could. All right. Yep, I'm gonna cap this off. Again, thanks, folks. Appreciate it. We will see you, like I said, hopefully in 2 weeks' time. Same bat channel, same bat time. I won't get copyright strike for that, right? No. Okay. Check out the playlist. Let me know what you think. Pop over into Discord on our BlahCade channel. Give them a listen. See if there's any songs that you are like, yes, I remember that one, or things that you're like, never heard that, love it, or just like, those playlists are crap. I don't care. Give me a comment over there. Let me know what you think. Dropping a new playlist tomorrow on our channel in the playlist thing. So until then, see y'all later. Bye.